PlayStation might be in one of its strongest positions in years right now, and it's not just because of the PS5. In fact, what we're seeing is something bigger, a shift in strategy, a powerhouse lineup of studios, and a pipeline of games that could define the rest of the generation. So today, let's break down exactly why Sony's PlayStation future is looking so incredibly strong right now, and why competitors should probably be paying attention. Let's start with the obvious strength, first-party studios. PlayStation has spent years building what is arguably the most consistent lineup of narrative-driven studios. We're talking about studios like Insomniac Games, Naughty Dog, Santa Monica Studios. These aren't just good developers, they are system sellers. Games like Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok, and Horizon Forbidden West didn't just sell well, they defined the PS5's identity. Even after releasing major titles, these studios aren't slowing down. Insomniac alone is juggling multiple Marvel projects, including the highly anticipated Wolverine game. Naughty Dog is also quietly working on its next major project, and if history tells us anything, it's going to be a technical showcase. Now let's talk about hardware. The PS5 has had a long life cycle already, and yet it continues to perform extremely well. Even late in its generation, demand hasn't really dropped off in a meaningful way, especially with strong software still feeding it. And more importantly, Sony is already laying the groundwork for what comes next. If Sony executes this right, they won't just be iterating on the PS5, they'll be building a more connected PlayStation ecosystem overall. Something people often forget is that PlayStation doesn't just rely on its biggest franchises. Smaller or newer titles have also started to shine. Games like Astro Bot prove that there's still room for creativity and charm in Sony's lineup, and that players are still hungry for fresh ideas, not just sequels. So when you look at everything together, the studios, the strategy, the hardware momentum, and the upcoming pipeline of games, it's hard not to see why PlayStation's future looks so strong right now. Of course, there are challenges ahead, especially with live service ambitions and rising development costs. I mean, have you tried to buy a PS5 or PS5 Pro lately? Ouch. But if Sony continues on this path of balancing creativity with strategy, the next few years of PlayStation could be some of the most exciting we've ever seen. This is Novacore Gaming. If you like this video, please give it one massive thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.